think I would see this, but this video came on my timeline earlier this week where it seems like the Gen Zs are tired of, you know, the automatics. They tired of just the Teslas doing everything for them. They tired of texting and driving. And I guess they're big on like safety now, because now the Gen Zs are more sought after on getting a manual. So you know what that means. If the demand for manuals is high, hopefully we get more cars to the market that's more geared towards manuals. And you know me, if you guys new to this channel, my name Anthony. I go by Blueprint 1 LE. I have a Camaro SS1 LE, and it is a manual. Before I got this manual, which is my very first one, I had a 2016 Camaro SS that was with the 8-speed automatic transmission, which was fun. I loved that car and everything. It was pretty much fast when I had it at full bolt-ons. But you know, I felt like I was getting bored with the car, and I felt like I had to keep throwing horsepower at the car to enjoy it. Versus with my car I have now, you know, heads, cam, full built motor and everything. And with the manual, it's just so much fun having that engagement. It feels like I'm on Fast and the Furious. And what's funny is, growing up watching those films, well, guess what movie came up?
For generations, this was the sound of real driving. Shifting gears, pressing the gas while releasing the clutch. A stick shift, the standard for decades, became a calling card in the early 2000s for cool cars, as seen in the Fast and Furious franchise.
Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should.
Now, the old school manual transmission has become something of a relic. Since 2020, less than 2% of all new car sales in the United States are stick shifts. But like bell-bottoms, flip phones, and vinyl records, old classics often find their way to young hands.
And this is dope. This is the car culture I remember. This is the car culture I enjoy. It's not street car takeovers, even though that was a thing growing up, like, but that was more like in Cali when they was ghost riding the whips and all of that stuff that I remember growing up. But this right here, you just having a manual transmission, like this is the car culture that I know, having like those nice cars. And the car theft wasn't as high as it is now. It seemed like once we get automatics, you seen the last few videos I did where Corvettes is getting stolen, Hellcats is getting stolen, all type of cars are just getting stolen with the automatic transmission because these people are able to clone the keys. But now, like, since people are getting back into the manual transmission, that is becoming a lost art. And it's nice to see the Gen Zs are like going back and want to engage with the car. They don't want the car to do everything for them. It's nice to be able to just understand the importance of it, like, and the engagement. And that's something I had to learn too. I used to be just pro auto and be like, man, automatics is faster and all that stuff, which it is true within its own right. But having a manual transmission is just so much better, especially out here where I'm at in Arizona with the back roads going through the mountains. Yes, going through an automatic is fine, but there's nothing like dropping the gears, disappearing, and just when you're just having fun, when you're at the track, or you know you just got that adrenaline rush and you want to do something. Hey, a manual is where it's at, and I feel like that's a lost art and that's a lost skill in today's time. And car theft wouldn't be as high as it is.
You do feel like you're a race car driver just moving that shift around, so.
Although stick sales have been declining over the years, the car market saw small bumps in both 2023 and 2025 with interested Gen Zers who say they're tired of feeling distracted while they drive.
I think that this is a skill that everybody should have, not only because it's something to have just in case, but also make you a better driver in general.
28-year-old Lela Dang is taking it a step further.
Perfect.
She's taking lessons.
Now give it a little bit of gas. There you go. Awesome.
It's nice seeing people like learn how to drive a manual. Like, I'm in the process of now trying to teach my wife how to drive a manual, and she thinks it's like so complicated, but I'm like, once you get it, it's just like riding a bike, you know? So like, the Camaro is not my first car that I have driven with the manual. Like, when I first started, like around 14, 15, like my brother actually tried to have me drive on a semi. Like, that's crazy. That was his thing, but everything was like so big. Like, the steering wheel was big, just, you know, just the way the gear shifter was, like, in a semi in general was like completely different. But eventually I got it, but then I strayed away from that and I never got into a manual again. But when I started getting back into cars again, major shout out, if you watching this, major shout out to my boy Brandon, man. Back in Michigan, like he had a Toyota MR2. That was the very first car that I learned how to drive a manual on, which I respect to this day, because there's no auto rev matching. There's no, stuff that's helping you shift gears or tell you when to go. Like, you actually have to listen to the car. You actually have to know when to shift and everything. Like, and that's something I just like. Everything was like mechanical, and it was just a nice learning experience. I was like, dang, this is pretty dope. I actually respect people who drive manuals now, because it was easy for me to like beat people because they had a manual and I had an automatic. But now, after driving it and just learning like so much to do with that, it was a nice experience. And I share that with you guys on this channel. When I first got my Camaro, after that experience, like the hill starts and everything, because there's so much going into a manual, but once you get it, it's just like so easy.
Slow, slow, slow.
Like, well, me.
Now get off of it. It's okay. Okay, that's okay.
I'm from Detroit, and my dad was an engineer at Ford Motor Company for more than 40 years, but I haven't driven a manual in more than 20, and it showed.
Okay, that's okay. Clutch all the way in.
I think I stalled.
Yeah, you did stall.
Let's just say it's harder than it looks, but also a lot more fun.
Keep it there, keep it there, keep it there, keep it there. And now we can get off of it and let's give it some gas. There you go. Woo. This guy's a racer right here.
Recommend this to anybody just wanting to learn to drive in general, because it'll make you a more aware driver, which is safer not just for you, but for everybody else on the road.
So y'all drop a comment below and let me know, what was your first manual car that you have driven, and how complicated was it? Like, do you still prefer to drive a manual after you've been driving it for so long? You decide to go to automatics, or is that still your transmission of choice? So like that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Let's get a pull.